This video is sponsored by Granite Studio, RKTF University. Good morning, I'm Dusha Agarwal and you're watching News Flash. Today is the 6th of June and we have a lineup of crucial stories touching every corner of the globe, from the latest developments in politics to groundbreaking advancements in technology. Pakistan has utilized only 29.4% of the $3.36 billion pledged by international donors and $364 million from local funds for flood relief projects after the devastating floods of 2022, according to a report on Wednesday. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu announced on Wednesday that Israel is prepared for a very intense operation along its border with Lebanon amid near-daily exchanges of fire between Israeli troops and Hezbollah fighters. Netanyahu made the statement during a tour of Israel's northern boundary. The US Embassy in Ukraine announced on June 4 that Ukraine has removed the provision allowing individuals with multiple citizenship to leave the country if they are eligible for military duty effective June 1. The warning highlights that Ukraine law does not officially recognize or regulate dual citizenship. China criticized the United States on Wednesday after Secretary of State Antony Blinken pledged to remember the Tiananmen Square crackdown 25 years ago. The move of the US seriously interferes with China's internal affairs, said Foreign Ministry spokeswoman Mao Ning. The United States flew a long-range B-1B bomber over the Korean peninsula on Wednesday, marking its first precision-guided bombing drill with South Korea in 7 years. The joint aerial drills involved the B-1B bomber and other US and South Korean fighter jets, according to South Korea's defense ministry. Indian airlines are projected to face increased industry-wide losses in fiscal 2025, with estimates ranging from $400 million to $600 million, according to CAPA India. This follows the previous year's loss of $300 million to $400 million, despite market leader Indigo posting a record profit. The rise in losses is attributed to higher operational costs, which are expected to surpass the benefits of rising demand and higher ticket prices. Voters in the European Union will begin electing lawmakers for the bloc's parliament starting on Thursday, amid concerns over the potential impact of online disinformation. Experts warn that artificial intelligence could significantly amplify the spread of fake news, potentially disrupting the election and other democratic processes worldwide this year. A global human rights group reported on Wednesday that Israel has allegedly used white phosphorus incendiary shells on residential buildings in at least 5 towns and villages in southern Lebanon. This use potentially harmed civilians and violated international law, according to the group's findings. A day after BJP-led National Democratic Alliance won the Lok Sabha elections, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky on Wednesday congratulated Narendra Modi, who is set for his third consecutive term as India's Prime Minister. On Tuesday, the leader of the United Arab Emirates met with a senior Taliban official who is still wanted by the United States, which has offered a bounty of up to $10 million for his involvement in an attack that killed an American citizen and other assaults. This meeting underscores the international divide on how to approach the Taliban, who have ruled Afghanistan since 2021 and have imposed severe restrictions on women, including barring girls from attending school beyond 6th grade. It is time for a break now. We'll be back with more news. Stay tuned.
इस तरह आरकेटीएफ विश्वविद्यालय राज्य और देश के आधुनिक और उच्च विश्वविद्यालयों में से एक है। RKDF University, a world-class university. Education glorifies nation.
The ministry offices in Luton's Delhi, Hotel Janapath, as well as airport terminals. Granite Studio India, with its prestigious brands, rich experience, and the trust of our clients, can be your reliable partner. We are here for you, for innovating, processing, supplying, and executing in stone. Contact us today for our special sample kit.
Australia will soon begin recruiting non-citizens from select countries to address a significant troop shortage. Defence Minister Richard Marles announced that from July, the eligibility criteria would be relaxed to allow permanent residents who have lived in Australia for at least 12 months to serve in the armed forces. During a tour of Africa, Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov stated on Tuesday that any French military instructors in Ukraine would be considered legitimate targets for Russian armed forces. Lavrov's remarks came during a joint news conference with the Republic of Congo's Foreign Minister, Jean-Claude Gokoso. In 2023, the Earth's warming rate reached a new peak with 92% of the record-breaking heat attributed to human activity, according to a group of 57 scientists. Despite the faster warming trend, they did not find evidence of a significant acceleration in human-caused climate change beyond increased fossil fuel consumption. Amidst the ongoing migrant crisis, US President Joe Biden has issued an executive order to tighten asylum policies. The order allows officials to swiftly deport migrants entering the US illegally without processing their asylum claims. A top court in Islamabad has stayed the execution of 5 former Pakistan Navy officers previously sentenced to death through a general court-martial decree. Islamabad High Court Judge Babar Sattar issued the written order for the hearing held a day earlier on the request of Navy officers who said they were not provided legal assistance during the general court-martial order. The Bharatiya Janata Party experienced a decline in its national vote share in the 2024 Lok Sabha elections, dropping from 37.3% in 2019 to 36.6%. However, in absolute numbers, the BJP saw an increase in voters received from 22.9 crore in 2019 to 23.59 crore in 2024, indicating a rise in 68.97 lakh voters. The National Democratic Alliance has elected Narendra Modi as its leader. The NDA held a meeting at the Prime Minister's residence on Wednesday and unanimously passed a resolution electing Modi as the bloc's leader. President Draupadi Murmu has dissolved the 17th Lok Sabha following the Union Cabinet's recommendation earlier in the day. This action was taken in exercise of powers under Article 85 of the Constitution of India. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has secured a historic third consecutive term in the Lok Sabha elections of 2024, joining a select group of leaders to govern the country for over a decade. This victory marks another milestone in the political career of the former Gujarat Chief Minister. A former Meta engineer on Tuesday accused the company of bias in its handling of content related to the war in Gaza, claiming in a lawsuit that Meta fired him for trying to help fix bugs causing the suppression of Palestinian Instagram posts. Australia's online watchdog e-Safety Commissioner Julie Inman Grant announced on Wednesday the decision to halt legal action against Elon Musk's S-Corp regarding posts depicting a violent attack on a Sydney priest. The watchdog had previously ordered the removal of about 65 video and audio clips of the non-fatal attack. Democratic Representative Andy Kim emerged victorious in New Jersey's Senate primary on Tuesday, positioning him well for the general election in the predominantly Democratic state. However, his win comes as Democratic Senate Bob Menendez filed to run as an independent amidst his federal corruption trial. That's all for the headlines of the day. For more updates, download the app and keep watching Rhythm.